Hi everyone! Today we're tackling a common Arch Linux problem. Your system fails to mount /boot. This can stop your system from booting entirely. It's frustrating, but often fixable. We'll walk through the steps to diagnose and fix this issue. This guide is perfect if you're stuck in a live environment or a rescue shell. First, let's understand why this happens. Your /boot partition holds crucial files. These files let your system start up. They include the kernel and your bootloader, like grub. If /boot cannot be mounted, these files are inaccessible. Your system cannot boot. Common reasons include incorrect entries in /etc/stab. The /etc/stab file tells your system which partitions to mount at boot. Another reason could be a corrupted boot partition. Or maybe it's just a wrong file system type. Let's start troubleshooting. You'll likely be in a live Arch Linux environment. Or you might be using a rescue USB stick. 1. Identify your partitions. Open a terminal. Use lsblk to list all blocked devices. Look for a small partition. It's usually 200 megabytes to 500 megabytes. This is often your /boot or EFI system partition, ESP. It might have a label like EFI or boot. Note its device name. It could be something like /dev/sda1 or /dev/nme0 and 1p1. If lsblk is not clear, try fdiskl. This gives more details. It shows partition types. 2. Check file system type. Once you identify the potential /boot partition, check its file system. Use file s/dev/your_boot_ partition. For example, file s/dev/sda1. EFI partitions are typically FAT32 shown as FAT. Legacy boot partitions often use ext2 or ext4. Knowing the type is important for mounting. 3. Attempt manual mount. Now, let's try to mount it manually. First, create a temporary mount point. Type mkdir/mnt/boot. Then, try to mount your boot partition there. Use mount/dev/your_boot_ partition /mnt/boot. If it's an EFI partition, you might need mount tfat/dev/your_boot_ partition /mnt/boot. If this command runs without errors, it's a good sign. Check the contents, ls/mnt/boot. You should see directories like EFI or grub. You might also see kernel files. 4. Verify /etc/stab. The /etc/stab file is critical. It defines how partitions are mounted. If you're in a live environment, you first need to mount your root partition. Let's assume your root partition is /dev/sda2. mkdir/mnt/arch. Then mount /dev/sda2/mnt/arch. After that, mount your boot partition. Mount /dev/your_boot_ partition /mnt/arch/boot. Now you can view the stab file. Use ket/mnt/arch/etc/stab. Look for the line that mounts /boot. Does the device path or UUID match what you found with lsblk? Is the file system type correct? Is the mount point /boot? The options usually include defaults or RW know a time. For EFI, a mask equals 0077 is common. 5. Corrective stab if needed. If stab is wrong, you need to edit it. Use nano/mnt/arch/etc/stab or 6/mnt/arch/etc/stab. Carefully update the entry for /boot. Make sure the device, mount point, file system, and options are correct. You can find the UUID of your boot partition using bookid/dev/your_boot_ partition. UUIDs are generally safer than device paths. Save your changes. 6. Regenerate grub configuration, important. After fixing stab, you might need to update your bootloader configuration. First, crud into your installed system. Type archcrit/mnt/arch. Now you are operating within your installed Arch system. For EFI systems, use grub install target equals x86_64 fefe directory equals /boot bootloader ID equals grub. Then, update the grub configuration file. grubconfig /boot/grub/grub.cfg. This ensures grub knows where everything is. Once done, type exit to leave the crud environment. 7. Clean up and reboot. Unmount all partitions. Start with the boot partition, mount/mnt/arch/boot. Then unmount the root partition, mount/mnt/arch. If you mounted other things, unmount them too. Finally, type reboot. Your Arch Linux system should now boot successfully. If you followed these steps, your /boot partition should now mount correctly. Your system should be back in action. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you solve your Arch Linux boot issue, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more Linux troubleshooting tips and tutorials. It really helps the channel grow.